The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a prince who wanted very much to marry a princess. But not just any princess. She had to be a true princess. The prince traveled all around the world searching for one. He met many princesses along the way, but somehow he could never be completely sure whether they were real princesses. There always seemed to be something that wasn't quite right. At last, the prince returned home feeling disappointed and sad. One stormy evening, dark clouds covered the sky above the castle. The wind blew fiercely, rain poured down in sheets, and thunder rumbled across the night. Suddenly, someone knocked at the castle gate. When the king opened the gate, he found a young girl standing outside. She was soaked from head to toe. Water dripped from her hair and clothes, and she looked cold and exhausted. Even so, she politely said, "I am a real princess." The old queen looked at the girl carefully. "We shall see about that," she thought to herself. Without saying a word, the queen went to a guest bedroom. She placed a tiny pea on the bedstead. Then she ordered the servants to put 20 soft mattresses on top of it. After that, they stacked 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. The bed became so tall that it looked almost like a tower. That night, the young princess slept in the special bed. The next morning, the queen asked her, "Did you sleep well?" "Oh no," the princess replied. "I hardly slept at all. Something in the bed was terribly hard. I tossed and turned all night, and now my whole body feels sore." The queen smiled. The prince smiled too. Now they knew that she truly was a real princess. Only a real princess could be delicate enough to feel a tiny pea hidden beneath 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. The prince was overjoyed. Before long, he and the princess were married, and they lived happily ever after. As for the little pea, it was placed in a museum, where it can still be seen today. Well, at least it can if nobody has taken it.